All right, let's look at the Super Bowl. Let's do the Super Bowl prediction. Let's look. Um, the Bengals are the home team and the Rams are the road team in their own stadium. Okay, for those who don't know, I don't know if they flipped the coin for it or however it went, but that's the way it is, right? Super Bowl going down this Sunday. So, what is it? 13th this Sunday? I think it is. And make sure I give y'all the right answers. 13th, yep, February 13th, Super Bowl. You got the Rams, the road team, the Bengals, the home team, and the Rams home stadium. So this is the second time that in a row that the Super Bowl participant will be playing in their home stadium. That just breeds more validity to the people that believe the National Football League is rigged. And we have the Rams taking on the Bengals, obviously 6:30 p.m. kickoff time. It's one of the biggest events in America. Still can't match like the World Cup because that's international. You got multiple countries that care about soccer and full original football, which most Americans don't because I mean, what's appealing to it? They just kicking the ball up the field, you know what I'm saying, and scoring 1 or 2 points. I never understood. I guess because you can play soccer in poverty, you know what I'm saying? You don't need much. But to me, I never got people get mad when I say it, but they ESPN index says that the Rams have a 66.3% chance of winning. We'll break down some odds too. And the Cincinnati Bengals only a 33.7 chance of winning. Now, the thing about this is looking at where the Rams came from in this Super Bowl, for them to be such a dominant team. I mean, they beat the Cardinals, who was slide. I mean, my Detroit Lions beat the Cardinals. On my Detroit channel, Varsity Sports Talk. Then they beat the Buccaneers, who were ill, and I told y'all they was gonna beat the Buccaneers. They were without Antonio Brown situation, without Chris Godwin, so two of their top receivers. Also without their best pass protector and Tristan Wirfs. So of course, people say, well, they got the same defense. Offense, and special teams all go hand in hand. If you can't move the football, your defense gonna suffer no matter how good your defense is. You got to be able to move the football and be proficient in that. Then they barely beat the 49ers by 3 points. Had that Tart kid caught the pick that Stafford gave him. So to me, the Rams are, and I could be wrong. I always say that. The Rams are nowhere near as dominant. Um, they're nowhere near as dominant as the index says they dominant. Now, have the Bengals played close games? Yes, the Raiders game shouldn't have been close, but it was. Titans had a really good defense. It was a close game. To me, this wasn't close, even though they won by 3. Like I said, people say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. This number lies because Kansas City only scored 3 points from halftime to the second half. And halftime on the third, fourth quarter, and overtime, they only scored 3 points. That's it. That was a dominant performance by Kansas City in the second half. Their defense was dominant versus an offense that's better than what they'd be facing on Sunday. So a lot of times people look at the actual numbers, bro, and it doesn't tell the whole tape. They scored 20. They scored 3 of their touchdowns, 21 of their points. Kansas City did versus the Bengals in the first 2 quarters, and only scored 3 in the next 3. Third, fourth, and overtime. So think about that for a minute. These are nobody looking at their defense holding opponents, the first two opponents, under 20 points. Then they held Kansas City at 3 points from second quarter on to overtime. You know what I'm saying? Those are dominant performances, and defense win championships, right? When you look at what the Rams, what the Rams did, and the Cardinal game, that was tailor made for them. Team they gave up 27 points. A lot of them came in the second half to beat up Tom Brady, Tampa Bay team. And they did hold the 49ers. That's Jimmy Garoppolo. So to me, they played 3 teams that's lesser than, in my opinion, the last two teams Cincinnati Bengals played. And I think the Raiders were better than the Cardinals at that point. So like I said before, I don't like the index got this very wide. Excuse me. The index got it very wide. ESPN be trying to force you to watch that joint. The index got a wide. I don't think it'll be that lot wide. Now, what are some of the things that the Cincinnati do well? When they choose to run the ball, they run it pretty well. They just they a passing team. They should run the ball. To me, they don't run the ball enough with Joe Mixon. And eventually when you got a bad offensive line, like people say they got a bad offensive line, but you got to be able to run the ball, especially when you get aggressive pass rushers like LA. Draws, delays, very important, screen plays, arrow routes, circle routes, option routes, all pretty good. Joe Mixon in the short passing game should eat, you know. So a lot of times they just, they should run the ball more, and they can run the ball versus team, man. Then again, the throwing, like I said before, the Rams secondary is suspect. T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd and Uzama mixing out the backfield, they should eat, but only if they run the ball. So they get doing what they did versus Tennessee, 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drops, and looking to throw down the field, they're gonna be in trouble versus pass rush, and that's why everybody think Cincinnati gonna lose this game is because the offensive line is bad. And to me, it's not that bad. Honestly, man, they played a really good Tennessee Titan offensive line, and then they fixed it the following week. And how did they fix it? A lot of Joe Burrows ran more. Joe Burrow's got the ball out of his hand. They call it more 3 steps, get it out your hands. You know what I'm saying? Run the ball a little bit more. That's how you take care of a pass rush. Stacking the line. Even though they got all them men at the line of scrimmage, they start showing 8, 9 man boxers. Run the ball against that, because once you get past the initial line of scrimmage where the backs are stacked, it's you and the safety if you get past that. So some of the things they need to do in this game is run the football, you know, running right at that aggressive pass rush, draws, delays, screens. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what they need to do, man. And then, play action, then get the ball to chase short, move chase around, see if Jalen Ramsey follow him. If he don't follow him, take advantage. You know what I'm saying? T. Higgins should have a big game. He is needed. Tyler Boyd should have a big game over the middle. He is needed. Uzmama, the tight end, should have a big game. P. Ron and Joe Mixon out the backfield should have a big game. So some of the things they need to do, and some of the things they weak at is they get behind a lot of their games, and this is an offense that you don't want to get behind on. Other than that, a lot of times I don't like, in the Tennessee game, I ain't like a lot of their offensive calls. They should run the ball a lot more. I think running the ball at Aaron Donald, that's how you beat them. Run the ball, Aaron Donald, Ashawn Robinson, Von Miller. You don't give them a chance to tee off. Once you start running at them, you know what I'm saying? Throw some, Philly special in there. Throw some reverses, some double reverses, reverse pass. You know what I'm saying? Throw a little bit of option pass in there. They'll be all right. But, just worried about them protected, spreading them out and then letting Von Miller, Aaron Donald go 1-on-5. I don't like it. I don't think chipping would be enough neither. But, for the Rams, really, it's about, I think for them, it's the same thing, balance. Balance the run and the pass. Keep Cincinnati off balance. Don't let Stafford have too much of a get too trigger happy passing the ball. Don't let them get trigger happy. But because right now, outside of they score solid points, but what's going on there is they're gonna make me watch this video every time. What's going on there is you don't want Stafford dropping back 30, 40 times in the Super Bowl. You want to balance. If you drop back that many times, Cincinnati showed they showed that they know how they're gonna make Stafford go underneath read defenses and beat you. So that's what you want. You don't want to give Cooper Kupp and them the big play. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to keep Cooper Kupp underneath, wrap up, tackle. Keep Odell underneath, wrap up, tackle. It's the same game plan with Kansas City. Keep them in front of you. Don't let them get the big play. So, Stafford might have to run the ball more so he can chop up the field a little bit more. But Cooper Kupp is the prime suspect, and Odell Beckham is the second prime suspect. You probably say, I let Odell beat me short, slants. Don't let him go wide. But, one of the things they need to look out for, too, there is keeping the ball out of Stafford's hands so much. Stafford showed the ability to give the other team the ball. So, personally, I think Cincinnati gonna win. I picked them to make the Super Bowl to lose to the Cowboys. I think I picked it. Wow, what was I thinking? But very first prediction video, I picked them to I picked Cincinnati to go to the Super Bowl. So, um, tough game. But I think they win it. Uh, I think they win it 28-34. Yeah, I think they win it like 28-34, something like that. I like to win it by a lot of points. The reason I like Cincinnati in this game. I just think I think the defense is very underrated. Um, I think Joe Burrows is pretty good. I think I got everything to win. Offensive line scare me, but it's ways to slow down pass rush, bro. There's ways to take away Von Miller and Aaron Donald, and that's to run at them. You can move the pocket. You can let the pass rush get off field, throw screens. Joe Burrow gonna run more. You know what I'm saying? And that's a bad matchup. Everybody looking at the the Rams defense ain't even that great. You know what I'm saying? I think Cincinnati might want to kind of go hurry up a little bit, but it's not even that great to have 3 Hall of Famers on there, bro. And the rest of the secondary could be had. Um, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, Leonard Floyd, pretty good, and Jalen Ramsey, but I think Cincinnati defense overall, it might be overall better without the names. And I don't think a lot of people talking about Cincinnati defense against Matthew Stafford and, Cooper Kupp, Odell, Sonny Michel. Cam Akers pretty good, but I think Cincinnati defense is really good too. I think Cincinnati quarterback is really good too. I think Cincinnati receiving core is pretty good too. And like I said before, there's more pressure on Matthew Stafford to win this than it is Joe Burrows. But then again, it's a lot of pressure on Joe Burrows because you may never make it back here like Dan Marino made in his second year. So it's a lot of pressure on both. I'm going to go with Cincinnati 30, but I say 34-28. I think they win in, bro. But as far as the odds, I'll go for this, bro. I'll use FanDuel. Let's see what we got here. Use this just as I don't know what this up here for. Dolphins and use this as an opinion to make your own bet. That's the disclaimer. So they got Cincinnati +4. So if Cincinnati win or lose by 4 or less, you cover that number. They have +166, meaning if you bet 100, you win $166. The over under is 48.5. So if you pick the under, they got to score combined points that lay in Cincinnati under 48. So they both got to average at least 24 points apiece. Anything over 48, you lose that bet. Over they got to score over that 48.5 number. Both teams combined, so that's 110. So you got to bet 100. You got to bet 110 and win 100. LA is a +198. You got to bet $198 to win 100. They -4. They got to win by at least 4. It's +112. They got to win by more than 4, right? Yeah, to cover that 112. So you got to bet 112 to win 100. So like I said, you know how I'm rocking. Cincinnati to cover. Cincinnati for the win. Over under. Yeah, we got over. For the over. So yeah, you could do same game parlays. You could do because you can't parlay the only parlay you be able to do is the same game parlays and all that type of stuff. We went over that before, but yeah, I like Cincinnati in this one. 34-28. But like I said before, people are concerned about LA playing in their own house. I'm not. People say, well, why you ain't concerned about LA playing in their own, in their own crib? One of the reasons I'm not concerned about it because they don't have no fans. Nobody in Southern California football care. Some people they just don't care about it, bro. So, well, that's fine with me. I just think some people just be like, it is what it is, and I don't they care more about the high school over there than they do about the in the pros. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you girls and guys think. I Cincinnati covering, winning, and over. I got the winning 34-28. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request, all my social media links, subscription Twitter's the fastest way, then Facebook, and then Instagram. Appreciate the love, support. But other than that, check out the NFL playlist. Want to donate? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. So I do appreciate y'all. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.